big and hard, and just like fences. Fences are very hard to keep your dogs inside the fence. Also, when like a dog is like trying to get out, sometimes you put a shock collar on it. Oh, and one time when I was down the street with this third grader, he was trying to get his shock collar on his dog, so I picked it up outside the fence, and it shocked me, and it hurt. Well, it didn't hurt, it tingled. Oh, I hate it when you get tingles because then it feels like there's flies in your leg. And once when I was little, I said, Mom, why is there flies in my leg? She's like, no, you're just tingling. I'm like, what the hell is that? She's like, I'm not really sure. But anyways, hell is a bad word. And if you go to hell, there's like fire, and fire would burn you. And once I got a burn down at Tonka State Park, and it really hurt, and I had to put ice on it. And that was when we were in the car, and I was putting ice on it. My dad was saying there's an iguana coming after us, and my sister yelled and screamed, and then my dad unlocked the car doors, and my sister would scream and stuff. And I hate it when people scream because it draws attention, and I don't like being drawn attention to, because then people look at you and with their evil eyes, and then when their eyes are staring at you, you get like embarrassed, and when you're embarrassed, your cheeks turn red, and red is like hot color, which is the color of the sun. And the sun would kill you if you even went like a billion miles away from it, because the rays are so strong that they burn through your skin and you melt. If you melted, that would be awful, because then you would die and you just become a liquid, and that would be gross to have skin liquid, teeth liquid, brain liquid. And what if somebody drank that? They would like be poisoned to death and die. Poison? I don't even know how you make poison, because I mean, what do you mix? Is it like a potion that they make like in the movies, or do they like smash stuff together just to make it like not edible? Not edible. And why would you give it to someone? Because wouldn't you just go to jail? Because the police officers would find you and they'd hunt you down and probably they'd kill you probably. And for doing that. And why do people go to jail? Because then they just get released, and then they come out and do it again and again and again and again. Because if someone tries to murder you, would you want them coming out of jail? Because you hide your kids, hide your wife, and something else I don't remember. And so if they came after you with a knife, let's say, what weapon would you use? I would probably use a golf club, because they're long and pointy. That's what she said. And they'd like smack you, and you would probably die in one hit with the golf club, or you'd be knocked out. It depends where you hit them. If you hit them in their head, they'd probably die. And if you hit them in your legs, you'd probably break their leg. And you walk, I don't think they could probably kill you. So I'd probably go for their leg, and then I'd start beating them with it to make them suffer and die. But we only had like 6 golf clubs, so if he broke all the golf clubs, I would probably be screwed, because we only have other swords in our house, and I don't know why we have swords, because we're also sharp and pointy, and they could like slice your head off. And if you were walking around with no head, people would like laugh. Wow, what a loser! He's like a chicken with his head cut off. And I don't even know how chickens could live with their head cut off, because then they wouldn't have a brain. If he doesn't have a brain, you can't talk or breathe or anything. And because if you can't breathe, then you wouldn't just die, because your brain can't think about breathing. And if you can't breathe, then you can't think. So then you would die. And if you died, I would probably want to be buried with my table, because tables are nice to eat on, and you have metal plates, and cheese gets on them when you eat nachos, and you like to lick cheese off your plate. Cheese is a very good source of calcium. Calcium helps your bones grow and your teeth be strong, and if you get cavities, that's just bad, because sometimes they hurt. And when I got a cavity, they never gave me numbing, and it really hurt when they drilled holes into my mouth. And yeah, so that's all about pine cones.